اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Actually, being here has been it's been amazing because I feel like everything's come to a round circle. Seeing Shaykh Akram, seeing the whole sort of like ASI community once again, it's just been sort of like a breath of fresh air, and I feel like this is where home is.
You know, when you see sun, moon, roses, garden, water, there's so much you can learn. You know, it is not only enjoyment. People think when you see sun, you enjoy. No, there's so much to learn. When you see the moon, you can learn. When you see the night, you can learn from the night. You can learn from the garden. You can learn from the natural world. So people need some time to leave the man-made world to be with God-made world, natural world. That actually helps you, you know, for your purity of the mind and purity of the heart.
I think it's come at a good time as well, especially with Ramadan coming up. I think since last Ramadan, it happens to everyone over the months. As months go by, you kind of fall into the dunya, and your deen kind of comes down a few levels. And having a retreat like this, I think it's done just the right thing. Alhamdulillah, it's done the right thing.
मुझे जुनून नहीं गालिब वाले बक़ौल. When I deserted everything, when I left Makkah, when left the valley of Makkah, left all the attractions, left all the idols of Makkah, left all the people of Makkah, all my religion, I came to the cave. It's not that I'm mad, not a madness. फिराक़े यार में तस्कीन हो तो क्यों कर हो. The problem is not that I'm a mad person and I leave the population. The problem really is my heart has no satisfaction without my beloved. If I don't have him, then nothing makes sense to me. That's what happens. Like Majnun, when he fell in love with Layla, everything around him, but he's mad. Because without Layla, nothing makes sense to him. That's how the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, same Makkah, which made sense to Abu Jahl, to Abu Lahab, to everybody, but it could not make sense to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The reason is this really. This is what we need to understand. मुझे जुनून नहीं गालिब वले बक़ौल हुजूर फिराक़े यार में तस्कीन हो तो क्यों करूँ. How is it possible that I can live in the peace without my beloved?
Spain is one of my favorite places to visit. I've been in a lot of places around the world. There's no place that has as much emotional impact as Spain, because of the history that we've had here and some of the great monuments and some of the traces that we can see.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. Whatever you do, he reminds us, this great Imam, books do not really matter. It's when you act on what you know that really matters. And Imam al-Ghazali is famous for this teaching. So that, in essence, is one of the teachings of Imam al-Ghazali. And you will have your own experience with the Imam. And this is a story that was recounted by Imam Subki, a great Shafi'i jurist, of course, who wrote the biography of the Imam. And when he was a student, like all of you, most of you, he was stopped by brigands. You know brigands? Robbers on the street. So he had his daftar, you know, his kutub in his bags. In his bag, one bag, right? So he had some money on him, and then so when the gangsters, the robbers wanted to get things off him, and he asked them, "Oh, please, can I ask you just one thing? You can take everything I have, here's some money, but please don't take my bag. Don't take my books. So the robbers were wondering, why? Because I have, gone to study in this madrasa and I'm on the way back home. If you take this, all my knowledge will, I'm going to lose all my hard work. All the notes that you're writing down there. So you know what? Then the robbers basically reminded this great Imam, so your knowledge is in these books? Al-ilmu fi sutur, la fi sudur. That your knowledge is not in your heart, but your knowledge is in these books. The ulama, they say al-ilmu to bil-aks, to make it inverse, to make it the opposite. Knowledge should not be in the books of man, but that knowledge should be in the hearts of men and women, ourselves, in the soul. So that's why when you learn something, you must learn to internalize it. You must learn to. That was a very bitter lesson for the great Imam. Al-ilmu fi sudur. That knowledge is in the hearts of human beings. La fi sutur. Not in the lines of books.
What Quran said, Iqra bismi rabbik. You have been looking for me. I am here. Rabb, you see your Rabb. When you say, when a beloved, when you love someone, and then that beloved says to you, your beloved. The Prophet Muhammad looking for his Lord, and his Lord said, no, your Lord. He's referring to him with this word, your Lord, because that's what the Prophet needed now. He needed that voice which can tell him that, if you love me, I love you. If you come to me, I care for you. Allah wants to tell you, you left Makkah for me, I am here. That's what actually happens. You need to leave to get him.
I found the Tazkiyah lessons just so helpful because they're going to help me in my day-to-day life. And I think purifying your heart is probably the most important thing that you need to do as a Muslim. So they're the lessons that I took the most from, and they're the lessons that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life, inshallah, and I hope I can implement them.
Purification of the heart, no doubt it is actually the main purpose of revelation. The central thing really in your body is your heart, your qalb. That's where the command comes from. The command comes from your heart. Quran knows the real thing, the heart. Heart is the one that works. Quranic way is to correct your heart.
Islam is a beautiful religion. We can express our religion differently, and we must learn to be matured that way. We must regain back our maturity, inshallah. So that's why we be cool and learn to know our limitations, so that when we know our limitations, then inshallah we'll always be fine. And we won't always be able to find answers to every question, but we always take our time and have sabr with that. And every one of us have our own path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in their own speed and in their own time.
My objectives when coming to this retreat were mainly to learn from Shaykh Akram, because that's the only thing I already knew and was exposed to. So I'd say in some ways I've exceeded the objectives, because I kind of created new ones as I was trying new activities. So alhamdulillah, I've managed to learn a lot. I've met some wonderful people who I hope to stay in contact with, inshallah, and to continue to learn with ASI.
Salam alayka, salawatullah alayka, salawatullah alayka, salawatullah alayka. صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله